What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back. Finally, bitch. Girl. I don't know if P Valley had to do FMLA or whatever. I seen a video where somebody said that shit. It took me out. They said, bitch, P Valley done went on FMLA and didn't tell no damn body. Cause we ain't get no episode last week. But y'all knew. But anyway, did my other pillow just fall on the floor over there? It sure the fuck did. Let me go get it later. But anyway, P Valley is back. Season 2, episode 7. It's called Jackson. Let's just get into it, okay? Oh my God. I just feel like I'm finna be in my feelings this episode, and y'all just gotta bear with me, okay? So the episode starts off, and we see Miss Ernestine. Okay, Miss Ernestine is up on the stage. Miss Ernestine is singing, and we see her going through 3 different decades: the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s. And the 80s is where we see a young Clifford with his mother, and they was even calling him Uncle Clifford, or calling her Uncle Clifford back then. And I'm calling her because in the guide it do say her. So when they was talking about the description, so I'm gonna say her. They was calling her Uncle Clifford back then. So I was like, oh, okay, mama cute. He you know, she looking at him and all that stuff on the stage and everything. I was like, oh my God, what is happening? What is going on? I said Miss Loretta was singing her ass off, y'all. That's the original Dream Girl. Use your dream, girls. Yeah. I'm finna go watch that later on. I'm gonna watch that at work tomorrow. But anyway, yeah. Y'all remember when Beyonce was like, yeah. I was like, girl, go eat a sandwich. Anyway, moving on from that. So we see that, right? And then you see like 2022 version, or I guess it's 2020 or whatever version of Miss Ernestine, and she's herself, but she's still up in the pink, right? And that's when I realized, and I had to go back and remember that this is the reason why. This is the reason why Clifford was upset about what was going on with Haley. And we'll get there in a second. But while Miss Loretta, I should say Miss Ernestine is standing there, all of a sudden this lady comes through in the white, and we see that it's her daughter, Clifford's mom, okay? And she got a drink for her and was like, come on, mama, it's time to go. We got this drink ready for you. She like, nah, baby, I ain't ready to go yet. And she was like, okay, we'll be waiting for you. I said, oh my God. Now, see, somebody tried to come for me on one of the episodes. Was it the episode? Yeah, it was the last week's episode when Ernestine opened up the door when Lil Murder had knocked on the door, whatever, and she said somebody's name. She was like, Daddy, is that you? It was like, she blind. That's how come she said that. And they said it with a fucking nasty attitude. And I know you did, bitch, okay, if you saying that. But see, I was correct. I was fucking correct in the way that I said that. Yeah, I'm going to say it. I'm going to goddamn say it, because, bitch, you ain't going to come for me the way that you came for me. I can understand tone, okay? Trying to say it like I was dumb. She blind. That's how come she said daddy. No, she's a grown, old-ass woman. Her daddy is dead. When mostly, and if you go back and you go look this shit up. Sometimes when people are on their deathbed and they feel like death is approaching, they start seeing and hallucinating people from their past that is no longer here. Okay? Her father is dead. Dead and gone. And, at one point, like when she was sitting down there talking to Lil Murder, baby, she up there hallucinating and thought he was Isaac Hayes. Isaac Hayes' ass is dead. She just had a freaking hallucination about her daughter. Her daughter obviously is no longer here. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, wow, what is going on? So now it's putting it together because people was trying to understand, why is it that Clifford is going so hard and so upset about the fact that Haley is out here finna get this money to try to sell the paint? Just go ahead and get another freaking building. And the whole time we all missed the point and missed the fact that, because they did, and I had to think back once I saw this scene with Haley and Clifford. Clifford was at the pink, okay? And just reminiscing. And then I had to put those two scenes together. They did mention this in the first season, that the pink was Ernestine's club. So it's family history. And now we saw a little bit more of that history. We saw that that's where Clifford, saw his grandmother up there singing. That's where the grandmother made her debut. Her grandmother put a lot of history into that. And as she was talking to Haley, talking about the fact that, that's where the granddaddy got shot. That's what this happened, that happened, all this stuff. So it's close to her heart. Okay, it is family history. It's just not about a strip club. Yeah, she can go take that strip club and open it up, like go open up the Pank at another location or whatever. But this location means something, okay? And Haley just trying to get all up in. Haley, I can understand if you was really doing this shit for legitimacy reason, okay? But bitch, you really wasn't. You really wasn't talking about something, but this my dream now. Girl, this was never your dream. This your dream now to come in and to vulture off for somebody else, because that's what you did. You came in like a goddamn vulture and you took the Pank from underneath Clifford. You knew what you was doing when you offered to pay that money, right? You did what you did. That was a smart move, because you a business. So you did what the fuck you had to do. I can't be really mad at you. You saw an opportunity and you struck the shit, okay? And then trying to tell Clifford, what, Promised Land gonna give us $5 million or whatever. Clifford said, what? First of all, Clifford was talking about how this history, you ain't finna come up in here and take this shit away from me. You don't understand all this stuff or whatever. Haley talking about, this the money that, my baby died over and all this. I lost my baby for. That when she brought up her baby, I was about to say, no offense, but what the fuck they got to do with me? I know that sounds insensitive, but I felt like I thought Clifford was about to say some shit like that. Because then Clifford went on ahead and said, but your baby gone, okay? And, Haley, she had a point too. I get that this is history, but then we got to look forward to the future, though. We can't always live in the past. We got to look forward to the future. Can we progress a little bit? But I get both sides, and it's so hard. And both of them have legitimate reasons of what they're doing. But I just didn't like the way Haley came up in there. Like, bitch, you saw the opportunity and you came through and you did it. You did it like, how the white people just be coming in and taking shit from black folks. But you look like you half and half anyway. So I'm just going to say that anyway. That was just your white side coming out. Colonizer. But no, I'm just saying. Somebody finna get offended. Don't get offended, bitch. It's just jokes. Okay? Laugh. Do that. But Haley said, I just want a new life, bitch. And she said, listen, I'm finna get $5 million, because that's what they offered. Now Clifford was on her, like talk about something, bitch, I don't want to give this up. But bitch, when she heard $5 million, she was like, girl, what? For real? And she was like, but I'm not gonna take it. She was like, no, fuck that. But for real? And she was like, yes, but I'm not gonna take it. She was like, oh, okay, because I'm going for 10. I said, you know what? Haley got a plan. I gotta hand it to her. Haley got a plan, and you can't deter the bitch, okay? You can't deter the bitch, all right? She said, this is what I want, so this is what I'm gonna fucking get, and you not gonna move me, bitch, okay? And I said, okay, but I hope it don't back the fuck fire in your face, okay? I really hope not, because it's a lot of moving factors in here. Even though we don't give a fuck about Haley right about now, at least I really don't. Some of y'all do. I really don't. I just don't like snake ass people. But, it is what it is. Moving on from that, girl, you got Miss Mercedes. Okay, Mercedes is on the phone talking to Shell. The last time we'd have seen Mercedes, Tarika came over there. I'm pregnant. I said, damn. We can't break any generational curses. We got the curse of alcoholism on one side, and now we got the curse of, teenage pregnancy just keep on running through the families and all that shit. And so at this point, Mercedes on the phone with Shell like, listen, can Tarika, she gonna stay over here for another day. She was like, she already been over there for 2 days, so what you doing? I said, Shell, you not missing her, okay? You not really missing her. When your drunk ass was drunk as fuck, you said what you said, bitch, and you meant that shit, okay? So just go ahead and let her spend time with her birth mama, okay? Let's just have that, you know what I'm saying? They need to connect right about now, because they going through similar situations, And she go up in there trying to talk to Tarika. Baby, Tarika got a little pudge. I said, shit, bitch, you pregnant, okay? You a little bit showy. You playing with your stomach in the thing. And she talking about stuff, what we gonna do? What you gonna do? She's like, we can decorate my room and we can do this and we can do that. I said, now, girl, even I knew that ain't what Mercedes was talking about. Baby, what is we doing with this baby? Is you having it? Is it adopting? Is it chop shop? What is happening, girl? What's going on? And it is so crazy. Have y'all been noticing ever since this Roe versus Wade situation has gone down? And I know most of these shows have been filmed before this came out, this decision came out. A lot of these shows have been coming up that we watched that I reviewed, especially have had something in there where somebody got pregnant and it's a decision whether or not they're going to keep it or not. Have you noticed that? I have. Listen, that's what was going on the shot is today too. So hey, it is what it is. So she was like, "Bitch, this ain't no DIY type of shit. We got to figure out what the fuck we gonna do." Okay, and she talking about some. That just pissed me off. I'm sorry. That really did. Listen, okay, somebody gonna feel like, why you always doing interruptions? But bitch, let me just tell y'all this, okay? Don't fucking get fake mad at me, okay? And then try to semi-cuss me out. And then instead of apologizing, you hit me back up as if everything all good, talking about some other shit like we all on the same page. Bitch, no, I'm mad. Okay? So I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm just leave that shit, bitch. You women just do a lot sometimes. We just do a lot sometimes. Anyway, moving on from that. Girl, take care of it. Meanwhile, you got Lil Murder. You see how I get back into character? Because Lil Murder is sitting. Bitch, Katori, put me on the show. Okay, now I really say I don't want to get on there, but put me on the show. I could be an extra, okay? I could cry in the background. Listen, I was sitting there looking like, oh my God, Lil Murder. He just sitting there and he just like, he a little depressed, you know what I'm saying? And it's understandable. Like, he trying to understand and put the pieces together, and he looking at his nigga like, all the flashbacks of Big Teak, may he rest in peace. He was a real nigga. Huntsville killer. Oh my God, HK. You know what I'm saying? It was just a lie. It was just a lie. And I just really wanted to go give him a hug because he was just going through it, right? So he get up and he go in the room, you know, Miss Ernestine up in there coughing up a goddamn lung. I said, oh my God, she really got it. She really got the vid. Toy needs to get her ass whooped, okay? That bitch get fired from the paint, okay? That bitch needs to be fucking fired from the goddamn paint, okay? She got people. Bitch, did we check up on Miss Lauren, the health inspector? Because Toy was all... Toy was all up in her face with spit. Bitch, okay, saliva, you know what I'm saying? And nowadays it's monkeypox. You know, what's going on? Girl, I said check on her, bitch. LaMarcus was up in there because mama woke up. Grandma said, is that you, Isaac Hayes? He was like, no, it's LaMarcus. And she said, oh, I like that. LaMarcus? Who? He said, Lil Murder. I like that better, okay? And I love the fact that they had this, like, you know, little conversation. And you know that Lil Murder is still going to be around with Clifford, because I just feel like if the family likes the person that's trying to get with you or whatever, and they see you for, in some certain instances, that means you really got to shoot in and you going to stay in the family. And Miss Ernestine really likes Lil Murder. Okay? And I just want to know, you know, I feel as though, so she has diabetes, so I'm just going to assume that the diabetes is what took her sight. I don't know if she's all the way blind or legally blind, you know what I'm saying? Because it was a little confusion on some scenes. You know, it seemed like she could see, and then some scenes it seemed like she can't. And then looking at the eyes, and on here it looked like she had cataracts or something, or whatever. Like, you know, you couldn't really tell, but you could tell that she couldn't really see. They implied that she can't really see, but she can truly smell. And he was like, you know, you didn't lose your smell because she could smell all the food that he cooked, because she was trying to eat. She said that food that Uncle Clifford made, it fucked her stomach up. She couldn't keep that shit down. And I said, give her some soup. Y'all gave her a full course ass meal. Now I hope she don't throw that shit up, okay? But she loved it. And you know, she was like, you keep on cooking like this, I might put a word in for you and Clifford, because you know, he was like, you might get make a bitch keep you or whatever. And he said, you gonna have to stop flirting with me, Miss Ernestine. She was like, I ain't the bitch I'm talking about. He was like, well, can you put a word in for me with Clifford? It's like, you keep cooking for me like this, I see what I could do. I said, oh, Go ahead and get it together. So you mean to tell me you just sleeping on this woman's couch? Okay, you sleeping on her goddamn couch and y'all ain't even talk yet, girl. All right. So Keyshawn and Derek in the goddamn store with the kids, right? Now Derek, sir, you would not beat that lady ass and then say, you wanna get some moon pies? No, sir. No, sir. That is not enough. That is not enough. Let her slap the fuck out of you and bruise your eye up, okay? Let her put a bullet in your ass, all right? Like, come on, come on, come on. You could tell he felt some type of way. I don't, listen. He was trying to make up for it, and I don't know if that was what he realized that come on, that ain't enough. Okay, trying to be all nice or whatever. You want some moon pies? And she was like, listen, no, no, that ain't it. And somebody left a good comment. I hope I get it right. But, when I had mentioned the fact that, Derek's appearance has changed, okay? Someone said it could be the fact that when you think about an abuser or somebody that's doing like some messed up things, you wouldn't think that it would be a person that, or most people probably wouldn't think that it'd be a person that looks like Derek when he originally came onto the show. Now he got the long hair and the scraggly beard, and he has that look like, he could be a suspect or something. And I said, that makes kind of sense, because now we see that nigga is abused like a motherfucker. But, it is what it is. And while Keyshawn was there in that aisle, she see goddamn Haley peeking out the corner. I said, Haley, what the fuck you want? Okay? If you're not finna snatch her up right quick right now, you know what I'm saying? Why are we here? Why are we here? You finna do something? I hope you're about to put a plan in motion, because Keyshawn can't. She gonna tell because Keyshawn was like, I see you in a minute. I'm finna go down here and get this something. Go get some makeup for my. And Derek was like, yeah, feel bad and embarrassed, bitch, but you really don't. I said, you better be glad that this lady we gotta wear masks and stuff, because her face is truly fucked up. Even Miss Autumn, she had to look at it. She put that mask down. She said, I see you ain't used my gun that I gave you. And she was like, I just couldn't do it. And I was like, you could take that motherfucker out any type of way. You ain't got to use a gun. I said, exactly. Exactly. So they get to talking or whatever. And then here come Derek. Keyshawn. I said, don't bust it up, because I felt like a plan was about to formulate or something. And so, of course, she got to go run to Derek. I said, you know what? If Derek make it to season 3, Katori, I'm going to be goddamn mad. That's the bitch that you should have took. You should have gave us Teak, and you should have took that bitch. Any man that hit on a woman is trash, and they deserve whatever the fuck happened to them in the negative sense. Anyway, moving on from that, we get to Lil Clifford. Murder, he finally downstairs, and he wind up, he turns on his phone or whatever. And because obviously, remember when he was in, I don't know if he plugged the phone up or whatever, charged it up from the last time, because last time we saw that when he was on the FaceTime with Wody or whatever, his phone died. But then, I guess it probably charged up and he just turned it back on or whatever. And when he turned it on, his notifications was going crazy, because remember the last time we heard, he was with Tennis Soul, okay, on her song, and it was blowing up. Miss Megan. That's my boo, okay? I love me some Megan. But anyway, so when the fuck we gonna see her? So, he get a phone call from Wody or whatever. He was like, man, what the fuck you doing? Trying to get in contact with you ever since this song came out, this Tina Snow song came out. Everybody been trying to get in contact with you or whatever, the managers and all this stuff, and they want to do the Dirty Dozen tour again and everything. And I was like, they want to do the Dirty Dozen. Yeah, boy. I was like, you know what, I heard everything that happened about Big Teak. That's kind of fucked up. He was like, well, we ain't got to find no security now. He done took himself out. So, I guess Big Teak is in a funeral home. And somebody said this probably was a setup. They probably going to make it seem like Lil Murder is the one that did it. But, that's not if they do their job right, the crime scene and all that stuff. And given the fact that, you know, he knows somebody from the funeral home. So then you got to go through all of that shit. So yeah, Wody did what he had to do and he going to take care of the situation. And then all of a sudden you hear something drop. Okay. And it was Clifford because Clifford came in earlier and I had jumped ahead. Clifford came in earlier and she didn't see Lil Murder. Lil Murder had spent the night on the couch, okay? And she didn't see Lil Murder. She don't see the grandmama. She running upstairs like, oh my God, where is Lil Homicide? Where you at? Lil Homicide. Oh my God, is that carbon monoxide? Is it a carbon monoxide leak? I said, bitch, I ain't never heard it sound like that. That's not how you pronounce the shit. You know, so she go up there and notice and see that Lil Murder is up there with grandma and you know, taking care of her. They go downstairs and Clifford eating Lil Murder food and admitting that it tastes good, and they just having a little conversation, you know, and it gets to talking about the whole situation with Haley and the club and getting the money, and she done got $5 million, and Lil Murder was like, okay, 33%, that's like 1.6 million. I said, oh, you did that shit in your head real quick, and then that's why Clifford called him, okay, look, calculator. I said, bitch, his one-liners and shit is just, or I should say, her one-liners are fucking funny to me. I don't care. The comedic relief that we need in serious moments. So they get to talking about that. They get to talking about what's going on with Lil Murder. You know, Clifford said, "You good? Cause I know I heard you sleep, crying in your sleep." He was like, "Nah, you ain't hear that." I said, "It's okay." It's okay. Let that guard down. You are hurting. You know, so Clifford finna go get him some clothes, and that's the little thump that Lil Murder heard. Thought that Clifford fell over, but Clifford was moving a dresser trying to get some clothes and all that stuff. And in this particular moment, when Lil Murder was in there, you know, he was like, I hope I get the chance to be up in here. She said, bitch, you already here, okay? You know, this sacred sacred sanctum, okay? And you in it. You in it. So you all good, you know what I'm saying? I ain't kicked you out yet. He looking at the postcards and everything, so you kept them. Which was your favorite one? You look beautiful in red. I said, yeah, you know, I kind of fucked up, and, you know, I'm sorry how things went that time or whatever. You know, shit hurt, huh? No, not hurt me. I said, now, Clifford, stop. Stop. Let your guard down a little bit. But I get it because Clifford has been through so much. And you can tell, given the fact, and I'm so glad that they kind of touched on this because it has always been a wonder, how is Clifford able to just go through a town in a state like Mississippi, okay? A small town at that, Chucalissa, in Mississippi, and be who she is. And even Lil Murder, because, you know, we see some old clothes that was from an old boyfriend, or as Trade as Clifford said, and we see her first Gucci purse. You know, she gives the background story about how, you know, this was the first Gucci purse that her mama got her, and she used to walk around with that thing, and if anybody had anything to say, mama would whoop their ass with it. You know what I'm saying? And Lil Murder was like, so you was always like this? And was like, what you mean always like this? I was being me. You know what I'm saying? And just going into how you have to understand, like, that is brave. And it's unfortunate that we have to call people brave just for being themselves and not hiding who they are, with the risk of things might happen to them. You know what I'm saying? And so the thing of it is, Clifford is like, I know who I am. Do you know who you are? And Lil Murder is like, I'm who the world won't let me be. And that hurt me so bad because it's a lot of people that's out here that's still not living their truth. And we see that especially in the entertainment industry and in the hip hop industry, okay? If we want to be specific, okay? You know, it goes on a lot more than y'all think. You know what I'm saying? People just can't be who they want to be and who they feel they are and who they know they are without the sake of judgment and what society would do, what the acceptance or lack of acceptance and all of that shit, the homophobia, the transphobia, the this phobia, the that phobia, that all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that was a good little conversation. And at one point, baby, we heard another thump. I said, what's going on? Who thumping around, bitch? Girl, grandma gone. Grandma Ernestine is gone. I said, now, bitch, she black. Legally blind or blind blind, y'all should have had some child protective locks or something on the goddamn door, put them little latches and everything everywhere, because ain't no way in hell she should be able to get about that goddamn house. But at this point in time, I feel as though it's almost as if they're trying to foreshadow or tell us in this episode that something might happen to Ernestine and she's on her death. She's at the end, because she's doing a lot of things that she wouldn't necessarily do. Like she's leaving the house, and it's the way they made it sound like she done got up in the car and drove the fuck off. Now I said, now how the fuck is that happening? But then the way that they did that, we heard the engine start up, but then we see the scene go right into, instead of it going outside to the street and seeing a car pull out, we see Mercedes and her daughter in the car, and she told her we was going to TCBY. Okay, I guess it's like the beauty store or whatever, I don't know. But they rolled right past it, and Tarika, first of fucking all, Tarika girl, I don't know, because Lil Mama kind of got on my nerves. She kind of made me mad for a second because, bitch, you pregnant, and I don't mean to call a little girl a bitch, but girl, you pregnant, right? You pregnant, right? And then you up in this car singing some WAP. What the fuck you trying to talk about some? I was with Mercedes. The fuck you talking about, wet ass pussy, bitch? This is the reason why you up in this goddamn situation. She said, well, hold the fuck up, because you ain't tell me nothing about sex. So now you want to talk about sex. She said, hold on, because I had that sex conversation with you. She said, girl, all you said was don't go with this knucklehead boy or whatever the fuck. Give it up to this person and all this shit. And I said, well, Mercedes, is that the sex talk? That's your version of a sex talk? Come to find out, she realized that we ain't going to TCBY up in Chuckalisa. They going on the way to Jackson, an hour and a half away. She was like, what the fuck we going there for? Basically so that we can go to the doctor, so that we can go to the abortion clinic and see what her options are, to figure out what it is that they gonna do, and because they don't know. And at this point, Tarika don't know. She had to pull over and she had to throw up a little bit. And, at this point, it's like, I want the baby, but I don't know if I want the baby. But then, why are you trying to take me out here? You trying to force me to do this and come up with this decision right now? And she was like, girl, you don't even know how many months you are. You don't even keep track of your goddamn cycle. You don't even know how many months you are. And this goes to show that this happens in a lot of homes. I ain't even going to say just black homes, but I'm going to say black homes because that's the only community that I truly deal with. It happens in a lot of homes where these kids are not being properly watched. There is no reason why this girl at her age, bitch, is she 16 or is she 14? Because her little boyfriend 14. I said, what? How old is she? Either way, she should know. Shell is dropping the ball. Everybody around everybody is failing everybody, and they failed this girl. This is a cycle that keep on happening. Like, kids are out here and they don't know their bodies. They don't know what's good, what's bad. They don't know about the cycles. They don't know how to keep track of this. They don't know this, and they don't know. They don't know because people are not telling them. Nobody is sitting down and teaching them this shit, and that is exactly what they're showing on this. And I'm just like, this is crazy. Shell, you really dropped the ball because she was in your custody, okay? While you up there getting sloshed and drunk as fuck, bitch. Girl, put the goddamn bottle down, whore. I don't even mean to say it like that. Like, kind of make me mad. Because I've seen this before. But anyway, she was like, girl, you gotta weigh your options because, it's hard out here for black women to have kids. Look at Beyonce. Look, I said, nah, She said, look at Serena. They almost died having kids. And I was like, granted, I get why you put it up in there so we can hit home, because sometimes the people don't listen. The kids and everything don't listen when it's just regular folks. But when you throw a celebrity up in there, they be like, oh, for real? They almost died? Yes, bitch. My bitch is almost dead. My girl's almost dead giving birth to them damn kids, okay? Let me take that back. To them kids, to them lovely kids. Yes, that's the right word. Okay, that is the right word, because goddamn it, kids will put you through it. They'll take you and bring the life in and take you away too. But the little girl up in the car texting the boy, and I'm just sitting here like, okay, he a little pain or whatever. What you gonna do? He know about the baby. He want to keep the baby. And talk about something. He can get a baby, get a job at 14. Bitch, you 14 years old. You ain't finna get no part-time job. If you 14, that means either you about to graduate 8th grade or you just got up into high school. No. At this point, it just don't need to happen. You're not stable at all. And so, they had to go through that. And I just felt bad because at one point, I don't know if they was already at Jackson, but they get to this restaurant and or a little diner or whatever, because Terica had to use the toilet. And so she goes into the diner, and Mercedes is looking in the window, and it's this mother and his daughter, and she's having this conversation with the daughter, basically telling her, you can't be doing this. This is what I told you. But wait a minute. The part that got me, when Tarika went up in there, and Mercedes was like, squat, don't sit. My mama used to tell us that all the time when we had to use public restrooms. We didn't use public restrooms, but if we had to, because we just couldn't hold it, squat. Don't fucking sit, bitch. Okay? But looking at that mother and daughter situation, whatever was going on in that conversation, she had a flashback to her and her mom when she was young, and they was at the diner, and Patrice's ass was a hot ass bitch. Okay, she was hiding the ass, and it felt like she kind of did the same thing that Mercedes did. It felt like she probably had, Mercedes young too, and so that's why she had the fucking reaction that she had, the adverse reaction that she had to Mercedes when she opened up that wallet and she saw the condom. Mind you, they were sitting at the damn table, and she didn't have money to pay the food. So she said, Mercedes, you want to do your thing? And the way that she moved back and she was looking, I was like, so what you want Mercedes to flirt? Because it almost came off as if she was trying to flirt too. It was a guy that was looking at Mercedes, an older gentleman too, which was disgusting. But at this time we realized that, Mercedes and Cortez, who was also older than her, was fucking around, and that's why she had the condom and all that stuff. And so when Patrice found that, she was just like, who the fuck is this, and what you doing for him and all this shit, you know what I'm saying, for him to be giving you money and everything, and she just started beating her ass in the goddamn diner. Now see, Patrice, I understand exactly why Mercedes is doing the shit that she do to your fucking ass, cause you's a bitch. Cause I get that the reason why you mad at her, cause you don't want her messing around with this older man or whatever the fuck, or messing around, period. But you was just over there trying to use your daughter to probably use her feminine wiles to get some free food, bitch. So now you mad that she was fucking around and she got money for it? Girl, which one is it? You gotta be... I said, girl, you got your goddamn nerves, okay? And then it just goes on to show us another history of fucking, how history repeats itself. Because when Tarika was in that car and, she was talking to Mercedes about, being pregnant, and that the boy wants the baby, they got into a heated discussion at one point, because she was like, Terica told her that she was jealous. You don't know love, because she was like, Helen loved me. I was like, bitch, you don't know love, because only thing that you know is the dudes that you be dancing for, and your ass probably fucking jealous. And at that point, Mercedes popped the fuck out of her. And then here come Terica. When I become a mama, I ain't gonna never slap my kid. Mercedes said I said the same damn thing. I said another cycle just keep on just repeating itself. Wow. Child, they get to the clinic, y'all. It's the pro-lifers out there doing their stuff or whatever. You got protests, baby. They got Black Lives Matter and everything. I said, what? Keep on going. Mercedes keeps seeing her mama. Okay, she keeps seeing her mama in herself, because, again, I feel like Mercedes' mama was the same way as Mercedes. And now, I feel like Mercedes don't want that cycle to continue, but it's really not up to her. I feel like she wants to do it a different way, because like she told Tarika, she didn't have a choice. Okay? She's giving Tarika somewhat the choice, but she's kind of trying to lean towards, getting rid of the baby. But, it is what it is. Come to find out, she like 14 weeks pregnant. She's at the cusp of whether or not she can, the limit to whether or not she can keep the baby or leave the baby. You know what I'm saying? Girl, she was like, and it won't cause cancer, because that's what one of her friends said that her mama said. I said, just dumb, but okay. The lady was telling her all the different factors and side effects that could happen, but she said that's the same thing that could happen during childbirth. Baby, I don't understand. I get trying to put life onto this world, populate the planet, let us flourish and all that. But why y'all really... girl. People that be like, I want to have like 10 kids. Girl, why? Why you want to put your body through that? I be so goddamn scared. I don't want to feel all that shit, girl. I be so damn shit. I'm paranoid as fuck as it is. Okay, I don't need all that. So they go to the pool, right? Because she got to think about it. They got 24 hours to think about it because that's state mandated, whatever, as to what it is they gonna do. Girl, they go to the pool and Mercedes in her feelings because the kids is in there just splashing around and she ain't want to get wet. And this dude come walking past looking at Tarika. She was like, go ahead, R. Kelly. She 14 years old. I said, well, that's what he like. Baby, when she said that shit, I said, did you know that this motherfucker is blaming his ex-wife for all of the shit that he done? Anyway, I just like, okay, so, she was trying to tell her, look at this lady that has all these kids. This is what your life is going to be like, and they're just going back and forth about what it is that she might do. And they're trying to have this moment. And I understand what it is, but I just wish Mercedes would have just been like, listen, I really don't want you to have this child. Okay. You don't need this. Just put it out there instead of just going around the block, saying, I don't want to be you finna make me a grandmama at 30 years old. You sure you ready for this? Nobody's really ready for it. But later on, they have a conversation in the hotel room, and, because Tarika can't pull up her pants can't zip up because, she pregnant as hell. And, it gets deep because in the midst of all of this stuff, it's bringing out a lot because, again, Tarika is Mercedes. Mercedes is her mom. She keeps seeing her mom. So it's like, again, that cycle that won't break. It won't break. And Mercedes was trying to break it, but, it just won't break because now her daughter is going through the same thing. And it's just like, oh my God, she Tarika up in her feelings or whatever. You was never there. You weren't there for me. Shell ain't there for me. She was like, girl, I was trying to be there for you. Just like, bitch, you ain't never show up for me. You ain't show up for my birthday party. You ain't show up for this. She said, I did all this stuff to just get this gym for you, all right? So that I could show that I wasn't just a pole hoe. I said, I get it. But again, somebody else said that shit too in the comments. What exactly stopped your ass for trying to truly get your daughter? Just because you a stripper, it's strippers out here that got kids, okay? The law ain't come and take them kids away. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what exactly? I feel like, Mercedes just kind of being a little, trying to gloss over what exactly she been through. You really didn't want the girl. You really didn't want the girl, even if you want to say that, you considered abortion or whatever, but, your mama made it not made it so that you didn't have a choice. I feel as though she probably would have got rid of the girl if she had the real choice. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, even though I feel like Mercedes come off as if she wanted to accept the responsibilities that she had, but she really didn't, like she kind of laxed on it because exactly, if you really wanted Tarika as badly as you said you did, how come you didn't put, like you could have did, I feel like she could have did more. Tarika, she's going in the bathroom crying, talking about some, I won't get drunk like Shell and, think about wishing I never had my child and all this stuff or whatever, and she had to tell Mercedes the only thing that I wanted you to do was to be my mama. You ain't have to floss for me. You ain't have to put on airs. I just wanted you to be my mama, okay? And they did have like a little touching moment right then and there. And they came to a conclusion like, I don't know if they're gonna have a kid, but she was like, you want to go back home? But obviously they got to, because if she talk about something, we finna go back home and work on your room, what color you want to make it, you want to paint it green. And she was like, how you know about green? And she said, I know you. So Mercedes do know her daughter, but it's like she could have went other avenues and other ways if she truly, truly, truly wanted to go ahead and get the girl. That's all I'm going to say about that. And y'all can debate about that in the comments if you feel different or whatever. The whole situation with Ernestine, baby. Ernestine, I don't think she took the car. She didn't take a car. She walked down to the river. It's so freaking biblical. It's so like Christian like or whatever, those heavy in the church, and she literally going down by the river. Down by the riverside. Down by. Girl, I had to sing the song to see. I know a little something. Is that a Negro spiritual or is that a gospel? Girl, I don't go to church. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, moving on from that. She was like, just take me to the water. I need to go to the water. I gotta go meet Beulah. And then Lil Murder was like, who was Beulah? And Clifford was like, that's my mama. And she was like, well, if I can't get in the water, bring the water to me. So at this point, Lil Murder goes over there to the water, and it's like he had a hat or something, a piece of cloth, and he just soaks it and comes and just, drizzle it on her. I was just like, I told y'all, mom is not gonna make it. And, I'm almost at the end of the episode, but you gave us a break. And then you came back and you gonna suck it to us again? Because I'm just thinking, like, literally, my granddaddy was just over here. Like, what if this had happened to my grandparents? And oh my God, when this whole pandemic came about, you couldn't get him to wear a fucking mask. You couldn't get him to do anything. And he's just so headstrong. Mind you, he has health problems. So I was just thinking about that and then looking at this whole situation with Ernestine, she didn't want to go to the hospital because at first I was about to say, how come they have not put her in the hospital yet? Because she is elderly. She is elderly. She is blind. She's diabetic. Take her to the hospital. But then I had to realize, especially when they finally put her in the ambulance and you hear her saying, I don't want to go to the hospital because I don't want to die alone. When she said that, bitch, I broke. I fucking broke, bitch. I said, what the hell? Oh my God, because then I had to realize that this is still during a time where they, like, if you have the illness, the virus or whatever, you can't be in there you got to be in there by yourself, And it's almost as if she knew, if you put me in this hospital, I'm not coming out. They said her oxygen level was 85%, which is low. Okay, that's not good because that means it's going to go lower. She's already seeing dead people. She's already saying, I need to get to this person or what. And then when they called Clifford sir and when Lil Murder was like, I said, y'all not about to do this to me. Y'all not about to do this to me. And then Clifford up in that tub, in that bathroom, just goddamn crying. Oh my God. You have some best cries up in the goddamn shower. I don't care what nobody say, but you do. I said, oh my God, y'all not doing this to me tonight. Y'all are not doing this to me tonight, but they are. So while Clifford was up in there, crying in the bathroom, crying in the shower, uh, he had a thong song, or I should say, she had a thong song playing. Because earlier, Clifford was like, you look like Cisco. And then Lil Murder was acting like he didn't know who Cisco was. He was like, you don't know who Cisco is? And he was like, of course I know who Cisco is. So he was dressed up in Uncle Clifford's clothes and all her stuff, whatever, and they was up in there dancing. He was like, teach me how to do that and all that stuff. I said, oh my God, this is really cute. This is really cute. This is really cute. But at this moment, they go lay on the bed and they talking. And then all of a sudden, Clifford, she just starts crying. She turns her back to Lil Murder. Lil Murder said, baby, I was not expecting this. Only because I didn't know Lil Murder was a verse. Okay? I said, I didn't know Clifford was a verse. Okay? I said, oh, wow. And all I can say is y'all just be prepared for the niggas, the homophobes, and all the so-called straight people that had an issue the last time when they saw a gay sex scene between Teak and Lil Murder. Now they finna see one between Teak and Clifford. Prepare for the think pieces and all the negativity that's gonna come with it for the rest of this week. So they wind up having sex, baby. When they was kissing and they was doing their stuff or whatever, Clifford went and got the condoms, and then bitch, Murder said no. Clifford said, you good? Like, good? You negative? Murder said, yes, I'm good. Plus, I want to feel you inside me now, bitch. At first, I didn't catch that because I thought he said he wanted Clifford to feel him inside of him or inside of her. But no, it was the other way around. And I was sitting here like, I perked up. I said, let me see this. Cause baby, y'all know I'm into this shit. Okay, so this ain't phased me or whatever. It was just that I just really wasn't expecting it because this is the type of porn I look at anyway. So but this was passion. They was kissing. This was lovers. This was everything. I love the way that P Valley just handles the love, okay, of the characters, and it just, oh my god, it's just everything. I was just sitting here like, you better take that. He was like, fill me up, nigga. Let me tell you something. I love it when they be talking like that. I love it when they be talking like that. Get these thug ass niggas and y'all just be turning into low. I ain't gonna call you no bitch, but y'all be just turning into that shit. Fill me up, nigga. Go ahead and do this, nigga. Take this, nigga. I be like, go ahead and do it. Do it. And do it. Do it. Do it. Okay? I said, Clifford, give him some more. Give him some more. Go in a little bit further. Okay? swirl it around, take it out, put it in. Okay, let me stop. It's been a minute, y'all. It's been a minute. I'm very much here for it. I want somebody to stroke my face like that, you know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. And then afterwards, they was in each other's embrace. And Lil Murder asked Clifford, why you let me in? Clifford said, because you needed me and I needed you. And he started crying and he was about to tell her what happened with Teak, and Clifford said, only when you ready. Only when you ready. I said, for some reason that touched me. That just touched me. It may not did nothing to y'all, but bitch, that touched me. Okay, it touched me in my inside parts. And so after that, we see Mercedes and Miss Girl Tarika. She gave her the choice whether or not she wanted to go back to Chuckalisa or she wanted to go to Jackson. Okay, the choice that she never had. And Miss Girl got into the car and she let Tarika, 14-year-old ass, because that's what we found out, she 14. She let her drive the car. And she drove over there to Jackson. She wound up getting taking care of it. They was laying on the couch at home, and of course, here comes Patrice, with her godly stuff. All of a sudden, the sinners always become godly, where they done been through some shit trying to change their ways, trying to get into the heavenly gates, according to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And she's also running for mayor, okay? And so when that happens, Tarika looks and she said, Mama, do you think I'm going to hell? Mercedes said, if you going to hell, bitch, I'm gonna be right there next to you. I said, oh, yes, we just gonna be fa la 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 down there. That's what y'all gonna be doing. Anyway, moving on from that, I was like, oh, y'all coming together. Then at the very end of the episode, girl, Keyshawn was at the crib, right? Keyshawn, you better listen to what the Haley fucking said. Haley said so much. I said, now Haley, why we had to do all of this? Haley, you are so freaking extra, but I loved it. I really loved it because, bitch, I was sitting here looking at it like she was telling me a nursery rhyme. I said, oh my God, what happened next? They went into the woods? But it was real, bitch. I was sitting here like, and basically, she came over. Of course, Derek was the one that opened up the door. She was like, I used to work with her. My name is Autumn. Remember that Haley said, not Autumn, but Keyshawn said you don't know a stripper's real name. So she never knew Keyshawn never knew Haley's real name. She always called her Autumn. And that comes into play because when she said she had a gift for her, they go in the back, she's holding Regal, they talking or whatever, and she started telling her this little fairy tale. And then I'm listening to the fairy tale, and it's about basically getting with this girl gets with this young man, and this man or whatever, who basically built her up to think that she was something, only to tear her ass down, to make her feel like she was trapped or whatever, and he was not the person that she thought he was. Baby, I cannot wait. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna get right to that. Let me continue. So, not the person that she thought he was, and she couldn't get out, and she waited too long to get out until her baby drowned in her tears. And remember, her baby drowned in the flood. You know what I'm saying? It was too late. And basically, the moral of the story, she was telling Keyshawn, get the fuck out before it's too late for your kids. If anything, get out for your kids. And when you're ready, hit me up. And then the gift that she gave her was a phone, a burner phone. She said, what are you talking about? I said, Keyshawn, don't play dumb. And then Haley said, go look up Haley Colton. Okay, that's what I want you to do. I said yes. Now see, Haley, bitch, I really wasn't feeling you for the past couple of episodes, but bitch, you came to fuck through at the end. You came. This is your role right here. This is where you should have been. Okay, this is where you should have been. But let me tell you something. Speaking of Montavious, bitch, I can't wait till they get to the whole thing about that Big Bone. Okay, because listen, Big Bone knows Montavious. Big Bone knows Montavious, and that's all I'm gonna fucking say. Anyway, y'all tell me how y'all felt about this episode, and I will see you guys later. Peace.